Hello, good afternoon. Okay, so I'm gonna work a little bit here, and I don't know. Okay, so last night my husband decided, okay, so we have a dog, and this dog, no matter how much we try, she never seems to get the concept of I gotta pee outside. So she will pee in the house. And about 3 months ago, sometime at the beginning of this year, I had said, that's enough. I'm not going to keep, because what we were doing was, what I would do was if she peed in the house, she has this kennel, and it came with this divider bar, divider thing. So when she peed in the house, she got her kennel shortened to, instead of being the big box, she only got it shortened to, what they recommend that, that at least their dog should have enough room for, to be able to lay down comfortably. Anyway, and I'm just making these into flowers just because I was like, well, this is supposed to be a thing that is meant to be colored eventually, and you really can't color swirls. So anyway, so that I would shorten her kennel for 3 days, and then if she didn't pee within 3 days, then she could have her normal size kennel back, and then she could have her soft bedding back too. But eventually what she was doing after I had stopped taking care of her, if you want to know the full story of that, I have videos of that from, I'd say, about a year ago or so now. I'm not going to go into detail about it here because it'll just make me mad again. But anyway, so I'd say about 2-3 months ago, I decided, okay, fine, she doesn't get anything anymore. And I took away all of her soft laying down things. Like, she had this one downstairs that my husband, thinks that she has to be treated like a freaking princess, right? So what she was doing a couple months ago was, since she had this nice big fuzzy soft thing that she was laying on downstairs while he was playing game, what she would do was it would be laying here and she'd lay on this side. What she'd do is scooch it out of the way, pee on the floor, and then scooch it back over the top and lay on this side instead of like in the middle, like where she would normally. That way she wouldn't get in trouble for peeing on the floor and not telling anybody that she needed to go. And this dog is not a puppy. She's 7 years old now, and I've done my bit on trying to train her. I've tried to tell my husband how to train her. Like I said, if you want the full real story about it, I do talk about it in depth on a couple videos. I think one of them was called My Thoughts on Euthanasia. I think they're part 1, part 2. I don't remember. Anyway, and then there's other videos where I talk about the dog things. So anyway, last night, my husband went to lay down because he wanted to take a nap, and he had the dog with him. And of course he lets the dog lay up on the couch with him. Of course. I mean, the dog doesn't do anything wrong, right? And so this is why I'm coloring today, is I'm kind of mad. But yeah, so we went to bed last night, and he's downstairs. Dog is still laying with him, and it's like 1 when I go to bed, because I was up. I was stringing new beads and dipping the next batch, and that takes a little bit of time. So I watched Times Arrow Part 1, For anyone not familiar, that would be the end of season 5 on Star Trek The Next Generation. And if anybody who knows me as a person knows that that is one of my favorite TNG episodes. Part 1 and part 2. I don't know. I remember where I was when it came out, and I remember, I just remember. But of course, I think the season before that was Best of Both Worlds, if I remember right, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It's been a while. I used to know every episode and what season it was in and all that, but I've gotten myself a little bit lax on that. But anyway, that's way off topic. So anyway, I was stringing my beads, and it was like 1 o'clock, and I was like really dead tired. I mean, when I went to actually was able to get to bed after I take my medicine, brush my teeth, and all that, bedtime routine, I fell asleep. But anyway, so this morning I wake up, and I didn't sleep well last night. I've said I'm sick, and I was pretty much up all night. Every I want to say at some point there, it felt like every 20 minutes I was blowing my nose, and I didn't sleep well last night. So tomorrow's not going to be a fun day. I mean, ugh. So anyway, I got up, and inside the kennel, I find one of my hand towels in there, and this happened to be one of the newer hand towels from when I had my bathroom redone. I had tried to pick a neutral paint color for my bathroom, so I could paint, just mix and match and put different shower curtains plus whatever other material on there. All right, what else should I draw on here? But I don't know. It was annoying that I come out here and I find that whoops, I wasn't even on there. Sorry about that. She was sleeping on one of my good hand towels, and so I open the kennel door and I rip it out from underneath her while she's laying there. I mean, I didn't rip it. I just was, just using that as an expression. I just kind of pulled it out of there, and she looked at me like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "You know better," because she peed like 3 days ago in the house. So yeah, she hasn't even, the longest I think she's gone without peeing in the house is, I would say, yeah, that one looked bad. I don't know. I would say the longest she's gone is probably 7 days. And what's annoying is when we go to his parents' house, well, actually it's not annoying, but Jeff, my husband, thinks so, is his mother, they live on a farm, and his mom is not very comfortable with having a dog in the house. She doesn't mind having dogs, but they have to stay outside. And I'm like, I don't mind that at all. But see, if we put her outside on the farm, she'll just sit outside and bark, 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 bark. I mean, it's just continuous arf, arf, arf. I mean, over and over. And of course, then my husband has to, bring her in because, oh no, the poor dog. Or today, it's 40 degrees out, and I come up here to color because I knew they were gone. They went out to eat, and I already ate lunch. And I knew I wanted to color because I'm still kind of upset about the finding a towel in the dog's kennel. And, dogs aren't very gentle when it comes to things like that. She can rip it, and then I don't have a nice towel anymore to go with my gray set for my bathroom. But anyway, today, it's 40 degrees outside, 30 something, 40. It's really nice and sunny, and you know, I'm probably going to go take a walk here in a little bit. But, yeah, he's just leaving her inside the kennel. She's just sitting there in the kennel. I mean, instead of the little dog being outside where she can, if she needed to relieve herself, she could. Nope. He just, I don't know what his thinking is, but he thinks that fucking dog has got to be a fucking princess or something. Like, I mean, I put hay inside of her kennel or her outside house, and when I leave her outside for a while, when I don't, when I'm like cleaning and using the vacuum and stuff that I know scares her, whenever I go to pick her up to bring her back in, she's like toasty warm. So it's not like we're leaving her outside to where it's cold and, but I don't know. It's a complicated situation, and I figured I would draw because it's a topic that still angers me personally, and that there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, he thinks it's cute. Not cute, but he thinks it's all right that she pees in the house. I mean, he doesn't get mad at her. He doesn't even scold her. He doesn't take things away from her. He just cleans it up and lets her be. And even, like, will hug her. Like, if we're downstairs and, somebody wants to pet her, he has to give the dog to the person, or the dog will show her teeth and try to bite us when we go to pick her up to pet her or whatever, just because he's home. And she thinks, I don't know, like, I had this one friend who's not really my friend anymore, but she was helping me out with a lot of, the dog behavior things, and she said that our dog is weirdly acting like my husband is like her mate. She's protecting him from us. But my husband doesn't try to correct her, and he doesn't associate that she shouldn't act that way around us. So she keeps doing it. And one time we had this one neighbor girl who, the one that is faking that she's pregnant. Oh yeah, by the way. Yeah. That girl is faking that she's pregnant, because that's been 3 months now. And, any first-time mom likes to brag about how they heard their baby's heartbeat for the first time at their prenatal checkup, or their ultrasound at the 3-month mark. And it's been over 3 months and nothing happened. She doesn't even have a baby bump yet. So, and she's the type of person who would actually lie about being pregnant, because when she was younger and she'd come over, it was always her way of trying to get attention from people. I better act a certain way so I can get people to feel sorry for me. I don't know what that's called, and I can hardly, complain at her about, because I have my own faults too, but anyway, so she's not pregnant. She can't be, because she's not even showing after 3.5 months. I mean, she's not changing her clothes any. She's not talking about, she's not having a baby shower. But anyway, that's way off topic. And I think I'm going to finish for now. I think I might add a few more leaves here in a little bit, but yeah, this video is 14 minutes long already, so I want to get it done. Alright, so I did this much stuff. Yeah, looks good. Okay, goodbye.